Well, Leeds United are going to win the league, aren't they? From crying against Blackburn to delight against Derby. I'm your typical bipolar fan, your annoying armchair fan. That's who I am. I know you hate me. Don't worry, I hate me too. Without further ado, let's get into 5 things we learned from Leeds United 2, Derby County 0. All right, guys, what's going on? My name is Ollie Ward. Welcome back to the Ollie Ward channel. Happy Sunday. Hope you've all had a good weekend after that brilliant result at Elland Road yesterday, where it ended Leeds United 2, Derby County 0. A dominant, easy performance for the Whites, and we get back to winning ways. Another clean sheet. We looked good again. Before we get into 5 things we learned, be sure to smash. Let's go for 200 likes on this video. Subscribe if you're new. We're a few subscribers away from 19.3k. And get your comments in, your man of the match, and your early score predictions for Middlesbrough versus Leeds United on Tuesday night. The quick turnaround, the Christmas period. Leeds United need to be ready for it. Without further ado, let's get into 5 things we learned. If you're new around here, we just take 5 things we learned from the game before. I didn't do a match reaction yesterday because I actually didn't watch the game live. I went back and then watched it afterwards. We were good, weren't we? We didn't really get out of gear one, but Derby just weren't great. I always like to say about the opposition, but they just weren't very good at all. So we're going to start off with number one. Underrated Rothwell is what I've put here. The man is absolutely excellent. He kept things ticking yesterday. The passing range, the tackling, the interceptions. He has been brilliant. And obviously, he's been next to Tanaka all year, and Tanaka's been getting the praise. But actually, Rothwell, he's becoming a bit undroppable right now. He's becoming too like, if Ampadu is back, we're going to have that discussion later about if Ampadu comes back into the team, because I don't know how you drop Rothwell. He again gave a 9 out of 10 performance yesterday. I thought he was absolutely excellent when I watched it back. Like I said, the passing, the interceptions, brilliant. Would you guys sign him up? I know it's a bit early to say this because depending on what league we're going to be, and I know he could just completely drop off in form, but I don't know. It's just his turn of pace, the progressive runs from a midfielder. We've been needing that for years. It just brings a different midfielder, and I love him. I think he's brilliant. I think he's been a very, very underrated character this year in this Leeds United side since coming in, since Guerrero and Ampadu have got out injured. Southampton fans, in all honesty, they were giving me some kind of like bad opinions about Rothwell. But again, I don't care now, because look at them and look how well Rothwell's doing for Leeds United. I'm happy he's flourishing in this Daniel Farke side. Again, what an underrated performance. A man of the match performance, you could give it to him. But the next person who did get man of the match, and the second thing we learned, was Joe Rodon. He scored his first Leeds United goal. I believe that's his 5th senior goal in his football career. And it was from a corner, from a Joe Rothwell corner. I mean, happy days, isn't it? We're scoring from corners. What is going on? Something isn't right, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, Joe Rodon, again, watched him. He didn't have too much to do defensively because Derby weren't, creating too much, but it's just his decision-making, his aerial duels, his passing, and a goal, and I think just fair play to Joe Rodon. He's had a bit of an odd time this year. He has been very good this year. Of course, Joe Rodon has been, but again, similar to Rothwell and Tanaka, you kind of look at Pascal being our best player this season. Rodon kind of goes, so kind of like under the bus, maybe not under the bus, was under the radar, not under the bus. Get out from there, Joe. But yeah, he's kind of like, he hasn't been. When I compare Pascal to Rodon, I would say Pascal's been better this year. But Rodon yesterday showed me his best game, maybe in the 2 stints he's had at Leeds United. I don't know. Again, I didn't watch the game live, but I did watch it back. I want to know you guys think about that. He did actually get Sky Bet man of the match. Would you guys have given him man of the match? But I thought that was one of his best ever games in a Leeds shirt, at least top 3. Anyway, and talking of number 3, we're talking Max Wober. Again, got on the score sheet for Leeds United yesterday. He will probably be at the back line for Middlesbrough, because obviously Sam Byram's out. Firpo went off injured. But Max Wober, again, he's one of them players that doesn't really feel like he has been a Leeds player. Obviously, that whole controversy happened last year. Similar with Aronson, but I think we've got to just kind of put that all behind us now. And he is kind of too good to be on the bench. And when he does start, he looks good. He had a very good game yesterday and chipped in with a goal. It was like a striker's finish. It was really nice finish from Max Wober. And then after he scored that, he came on and he defended really well. Again, I know Derby didn't cause us too much trouble, but actually, Wober's got a bit of a turn of pace that I didn't think he did have. But he's really cool and calm with the ball. Lovely left foot. He's international experience. And along that back line, if you look at Jaden Bogle, Rodon, Pascal, and Wober for Boro, that looks like a decent back line. So fair play to Max Wober. He was brilliant yesterday. And I'm glad to see him going to hopefully be more in the squad more. I know it's a downfall of Firpo's and Byram's injury. Obviously, I want them to recover quick because, you do want them to be in contention. But Wober, I'm happy with him sticking at left back because he's done it internationally and he could do it now for Daniel Farke's Leeds United side. Number 4. This is just kind of a kind of thing that's going round. I kind of agree with it to a sense. He had a decent game yesterday, but the whole drop Aronson thing, Ampadu coming back in, pushing Rothwell up into the 10. I don't know what you guys would think about that, even a Willy Gnonto in the 10. But is it time now for Brendan to, I don't know, maybe have a little bit of time on the bench? I know he presses, and I know he kind of got the assist-ish yesterday for Wober's goal. I know it kind of came off Dan James, then went to Wober. But he had an all right game, Aronson, yesterday. He did. And I completely agree that. But I just think I don't know how long you can keep Ampadu out on the bench for. And I think you need Ampadu, Tanaka, and Rothwell. So for me, that only moves out Aronson. And I don't think he's been terrible this year. But I really don't think he's been the best player on the pitch. And if you had to pick a player out of that starting 11 yesterday to probably come out, you probably would pick Brendan Aronson, not necessarily based on yesterday's performance, but just in general. And I would like to see Joe Rothwell in the 10. I think he could easily do that with the shots, with the crosses, the progressive runs. I think he could be decent. Little balls in behind Boro, little balls in behind Mateo Joseph. I definitely think that Joe Rothwell could do that job. But would you guys drop Aronson? Is that a bit harsh of me? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And number 5, I've just put strongest squad. I looked at that bench yesterday. It was insane. You know, we had Max Wober on there. We had Mateo Joseph. We had Gnonto, Ramazani. You know, the list of names that we can bring onto a football pitch, no other team in the Championship does have. Like, that they don't. And we've got a good squad depth. I know Firpo's gone injured. I know Byram's gone injured, but Bamford's there as well and things like that. You know, even Charlie Crew can come on and do a job. You know, these are youngsters coming in. Even having our backup as Carl Darlow. Like, I like Carl Darlow. I think he's a decent backup. But Melier, at the moment, he's kept a lot of clean sheets, in fairness to him. Hasn't had a lot to do. He's got to thank his back line for that. But yeah, I just think we've got the strongest squad in the league. If you look at the talent that we had on the bench yesterday, we had Ampadu, we had Joseph, we had Ramazani, Gnonto, Wober. I mean, just saying them names is absolutely brilliant. And then you've got Solomon, you've got Dan James, you just got a brilliant team. And I know after the Blackburn game, a bit like probably all the other content creators you might have watched, or maybe yourself, it was an overreaction, or maybe not overreaction, just a frustrating performance. Again, I didn't watch the game that game, so I kind of came on it with a bit of I saw red and I kind of just said what I wanted to say. But yeah, yesterday I went back, watched it back, and it looked a lot better. And I definitely think we can, you know, give Boro a game on Tuesday night. I definitely think we can. So there'll be a match reaction the next day for that one. It'll probably come out Wednesday morning. I don't like to do it after the late kickoffs because then not a lot of you watch it. You watch it in the morning. So I'll probably post the match reaction for Boro Wednesday morning. But guys, if you did enjoy the 5 things we learned, quickly run through it one more time. Underrated Rothwell, Rodon's best game, Wober in the back line. Would you drop Aronson, putting Rothwell into the 10 and Ampadu back in? And we've got the strongest squad in the league. What do you guys think? Smash a like, subscribe if you're new, get your comments in, and I'll catch you on the next video, or in the next video. That makes more sense, Ollie. Cheery. Oh.